Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Mario Melchiot is winner.
You used to have been very selfish today.
I tell you what, you've
not
been
allowing me watching the golf.
You've been very subdued today. I feel that you're
wall.
the honeymoon period is over.
Slept.
And
I've been waking up every 2 hours.
Just excited.
What
Jet lag.
stop signs?
Every 2 hours I've been waking up.
Jet lag?
Whatever it is. You've not allowed me to watch any golf today.
No, because we've recorded it and we're going to watch it later.
Very selfish.
Not together. Mario, how are you, mate? How's Amsterdam?
I'm very good. I'm not jet lagged. I'm fresh and ready to go.
Yeah, you see, that's the way you... Yeah.
Is he in Amsterdam?
Look how happy Mario is. Look how...
Knackered.
Just the state of that.
That's just what, how many days have you been here now? 5?
Don't even know.
It's 5 days with us.
Yes.
You.
You dragged me down to your level. That's what's happened.
What do you mean? What sort of level?
I need to be with Mario.
Yeah, look at Mario.
He needs to get me back up again.
Mario's loving life. OK, let's take a look at I haven't got the questions. Let's take a look at the first question, shall we? Here it comes in all of its wonderful glory. How annoying was it watching the England match with Dan in full punter mode?
Actually, it wasn't, but you weren't really too bad today, but somebody else was.
No, my son was in, wasn't he? My son is here from England, and he...
Why England passing it backwards?
Yes.
He kept saying, why are they going sideways? Why are they going backwards?
I gave him a pass.
Yeah, he wasn't too bad.
He's in the studio, sitting in the corner. I was sitting watching the game, and you know, as you do, you know, in my typical fashion, wasn't really giving the stuff, and all I kept hearing was. Oh, no, it runs in the family. I don't need this.
Mario, what are you like watching Holland play? Are you a passionate fan, or are you a bit like Craig and quite passive?
No, I'm passionate. I'm always passionate when I watch the game. But do I passionate in doing all the movements? No. And I don't like someone that's making too much noise around me. Because, you know, I used to, for example, when I have my family around me, or my nephew loves watching with me, but I always tell him, chill out. Let's watch the game and enjoy it. Don't go and make any parties. Chill out.
You'd love watching the game with Stevie Nicol.
Well, you watch a Liverpool game with Stevie, Mario. That's another concept. Wow. You're quite passionate in the game, yes?
Yeah.
You're allowed
No, we beat that out of him.
12 days in.
No, we beat. He was all kind of like on edge.
Yeah, it was
before that Germany game. He was all on edge, and we sort of smashed that out of him within 5 minutes. Basically said, Don, shut up.
I'm like Louis, your son. Just have no expectation you might enjoy the tournament more.
Well, that's what he has of his father. Louis, can you look at the printer? Is there any questions on there? Move a bit quicker. Right, that's all right.
Right. He'll move quicker when he wants money.
Come on, get him in shot.
Right,
Get him in shot. Come on.
Thank you very much.
Get those white legs in shot.
Right. The German and
Tell you what, he's bigger than you.
Well, it's not difficult.
Well, I know that, but yeah, I'm just saying.
The German and Spain performances were impressive. England, not so much. Is this cause for concern, or is the result the bigger picture?
Well, I think Spain performance, more so. The reason I say that is because of the opposition.
Right.
There is no doubt Scotland, as one reporter said to me today, was rabbits in the headlights, right? So you've still got the pressure of being the home nation, blah, 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 and all that. That was good, but Spain, because it was Croatia, who have a much better side than Scotland, that was a better performance.
Mario, what do you think?
No, look, I saw the Germans, you know, they kicked off really well because they had the pressure of the hometown, right? You know, when you're from that country and you host the tournament, all the eyes are going to be on you. But the way they kicked off, you know, scoring so many goals and making it look so comfortable, like even they highlighted one of the players and tried to say like Cruz was a similarity. I was like, no, don't do that, please, because they started off so well. And I really enjoyed watching them. And normally, as a Dutch guy, we don't watch a lot of the Germans, but they started well, so I have to give them the compliment. In Spain, you expected them to play like that because the way they started, all the young talents around them, and Rodri, the way they play, you know. So I feel like it's a team that has enough experience with the young boys, and you know, we know that now it's going to come down if they can expose themselves, the young talents, and all of them played well, so let's see what they do in the next game.
Don, how difficult is it to play internationals as a player? You might play in a totally different team setup compared to what you're used to playing all year long with your club. Also, the fact that you don't play with your teammates regularly, does it make it more challenging?
Easier.
It's easier?
Easier. You're playing with better players.
Really?
Absolutely. So I used to find when I was playing with Scotland, you'd be...
I thought you were like that generation of Scotland where things were just tailing off a bit.
No. No, we were all right. Okay. We had some good players. Yep. No, I found it easy. I was playing with Craig, I was playing with John Collins, Gary McAllister. That
was at the end it tailed off, wasn't it? Right at the end.
Yeah, but I think when you join up, I don't know the lads agree, they might disagree, but I think when you join up with your country, international football, I think you're playing with better players.
Do you think so?
I think so, yeah. And it's different. I was the type of player that was, when something was a challenge, whether the manager asked you to play right back or up front or right wing, I saw it as a challenge. It was like something different, something new. If you're playing in the same position all the time, yeah, you get used to it and yeah, you can adapt a bit, but it's nothing like, in my opinion, getting tested and problem solving, and then you start playing with better players you have not played before. And I think it's a great thing.
Tell you the game that still bugs me the most.
Yeah. Go on, Belgium.
Correct.
Yeah.
What happened in Belgium for those people?
Hampden Park.
Are we winning?
Huge game.
Winning 1-0.
Qualifier.
Okay.
We're 2-0 up.
2-0 up?
2-0 up.
Did you play?
I did, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
He played, I played. Battered them.
Remember the goal scorer?
And then chucked it away. And that cost us. We drew the game. They had a man sent off.
Right.
Drew the game 2 each. Van Bouten.
Centre off.
Bayern Munich centre half. Van Bouten injury time header from a. We all got sloppy, and they got a 2-2 out of nowhere, and we never recovered.
Tell you the game that
we never
bugs me.
recovered in the group.
Tell you the game that bugs me. I was telling you the story in the car on the way in. So we play Holland in a playoff game.
I was retired then.
The World Cup. We beat Holland at Hampden Park. James McFadden scores from a corner.
1-0.
We then go away to one of the best. I read the team out to you in the squad. One of the best Dutch squads ever. And I'm rooming with Christian Daly, and Rod Stewart, the famous singer, rings Christian up and says, "How are you and Don getting back?" Or when you were with Scotland, we used to fly back to Glasgow, stay overnight, and fly back to Stansted because I was at West Ham at the time. And he said to Christian, he went, "If we win and we go through, you and Don can fly back in the private jet." 6-0. Lost 6-0. And lost Mario 6-0.
Did he pull the offer?
I didn't play that game. I didn't play that game, but that's funny.
That's why they won 6-0, Mario.
Honestly. Beat you 1-0 at Hampden, 6-0 away.
I don't know right then. I don't know right playing for Holland. Don't worry about it. My results were pretty good. Don't worry about it.
But why only you and Christian? What about the rest of them?
No, because we were going back to Stansted because he lived in Essex.
All right.
The Scottish boys were obviously going to go back to Glasgow. So we were going to go back to Essex on Rod's private jet.
It's overrated.
What, private jet?
Rod Stewart's flight.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you been on Rod Stewart's flight? Okay.
Oh, no. I've been on stage with him.
Oh, yeah.
You know that.
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, well, I don't want to point it down there.
Mario,
that
Mario, go and check the game.
Singing my heart out.
Put 6-0 into Google and look at the Dutch squad.
I think he knows who it is.
the Dutch squad.
No, but when you see it on paper, you go,
it.
Well, he knows the team that beat Scotland 6-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, but trust me, listen, hey, look, because like how you said, right, when you get to the national team, you're confident because the players are better. Probably the time when you are talking about was the time when I was nervous making my debut because, you know, the names that were around me was like, wow. So the first couple of games, I think the shirt, you know, when people say the shirt is heavy, yeah, I think the shirt is heavy when you make your debut the first couple of games. And then after that, you get to...
Never mind your debut.
I want to read it.
I made my debut.
No one cares now, Don.
I made my debut.
Mario knows.
I made my debut in friendlies. I tell you what, when you think about what Mario was talking about there, the first real big game I played in for Scotland was at the old Hampden Park before it was renovated, and it was only my 5th cap, and it was the final group game for the qualification for Euro 96.
Right.
Last game at home. And we had to win to qualify for the Euros. And I've only got 5 caps. The rest of them, McAllister, McCoy, Gorham, the lot of them, they got 25, 30, 40. And I'm in there with 5. And I am absolutely breaking it. And I mean, I could have cried in the dressing room beforehand. Because I'm thinking, if I make this, if I balls this up, I was
How long into the game does those nerves go away?
94 minutes.
You serious?
Oh.
For the whole game?
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Well, it was 1-0. We only won 1-0 and it took McCoy to come off the bench, obviously.
Yeah.
Grabbing the headlines. McCoy, obviously, scored a great goal. But the game was nip and tuck with Greece. It was Greece we were playing at Hampden. And it was a full house, 50, 60,000. And as I said, these were all seasoned players, and I think I was 23 at the time, give or take. And I'm telling you, now later on when Don came along and we'd been to World Cups and I'd moved to Celtic, you kind of blasé about it a little bit. 100,000, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But when you're a youngster and everybody else is the big experienced player and it's all on the line, oh my God, I was like mum and dad, every grandparents were there, and Macca and McAllister gave me a rollicking after like 10 minutes because I was out of position, I was playing on the right side. And I remember I was getting used to playing the wing back. I was very early at doing it, and how far do I go up? How far do I tuck in here? And Gary Mack, the captain, gave me a right roasting after 10 minutes, and I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Trust me, mate. I was so freaking nervous because everything hinged on it.
Sure.
And you're the inexperienced one. It's horrible feeling, you know.
Yeah, Mario, you were probably even younger, yeah, when you were called up to the Dutch squad. How old were you? What was that like?
No, I was similar to Craig's age. I think I was at Chelsea at that time, and I'll never forget the day when Van Gaal called me. And I was actually, I have to be honest, I was in a nightclub at that day. He calls me up and my phone buzzes, and it's in my pocket. We won that game. I can't remember what game it was. And my phone rings, and I'm like, huh, this is my coach. And literally, he was my coach before I left Ajax. So I run out, I tell him, 1 second, coach. I run outside. I said, yes, coach. He goes, Mario, it's Louis van Gaal. I go, okay, yeah, mister, what's up? He goes, you're selected for the national team. I said, oh, thank you very much. I said, you will get another call for us to tell you exactly what to do. He said, okay, and now enjoy your evening, he said to me, because he knew where I was. I think
Brilliant.
he could hear the music. I run back inside, and that time, you know, I was with my buddies, and I celebrated even better than it was already. So that day, I will never forget.
Fantastic, very nice, very cool. Well, Don, why does Southgate set England up to be so uninspiring when the talent of the players would suggest they could play with a much more free-flowing style?
Don't think he does set them up to be defensive. I think it's to the question before and what Craig was saying. Sometimes when you're in a big tournament, sometimes you can just freeze and the occasion can get to you. And it's the small details where if you're standing in a position, or when you're playing for your club, you've got 38 games, if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. There's always another game that you can rectify. And there's always other minutes in the games where you can play better. I think when the most important games come, like for the England boys today, is are you really going to be the man that runs out of that position to go and close someone down? Because the little sort of negative in the back of your brain is, what if I do that and I'm out of position and they score?
Right.
So therefore you go a bit negative and think, well, I'll actually stand in a good position because I'm goal side. You end up in the end not doing anything.
Yeah.
So it's...
And we saw everyone, just felt everyone was taking a safe option.
Yeah, that's it, because you don't want to give the ball away. So you go a little bit safe and then you do that for 5 minutes. Everyone goes safe. If England, there'll be a game, and probably the second game and the third game, England will win 2 or 3, 4-0. And you'll see players all running out of position, closing down. Midfield players like Phil Foden or even Declan Rice might bomb on. Declan Rice never got forward today, like it does for Arsenal. But there'll be games where they're comfortable in that you can afford to take the chance because, not that it doesn't matter, it's just not going to be, it's not going to weigh so heavy on you if you make a mistake.
I wonder what the media reaction will be in England.
Terrible.
To this, you know, like back in the newspapers and
It'll be flat.
whether it'll be, yeah, well, first, you know, as Augie tried to say, you know, match day 1, yeah, or whether it'll be, this is kind of Southgate.
Right.
2.0 again, isn't it? It's the same thing, isn't it?
Do you know who I think will get it, which I think is unbelievably harsh? Alexander-Arnold. I think the press will pick up, well, that didn't work. That was on Southgate. Could have played Mainu.
That's not on Arnold then, is it?
I don't think it's on Trent today. I don't think he's as bad as I think the press will pick out.
The most likely reason England will fail to win the Euros?
Well, there's better
I think
teams.
2 things, to be honest, and no particular order. Their manager and their backline.
Yep. Final question, this is a weird one, Don.
I like weird.
Is the thigh bruise you got in the Star Sixes match a few years back against England the worst injury you ever experienced?
No.
It looked worthy of amputation.
Glad he's noticed, but it's on my Insta, I think, from years ago, and someone blasted a ball like you did when you were young, and I had Mitre 5 written across my thigh.
Hold on. Right. Is it worthy of amputation?
No, to be fair, it's one of them where it didn't even bother me, but it looked horrendous.
You're hard, Don.
No, someone blasted the ball off you, and the whole ball was in
You
print.
took a picture of your groin and put it on Instagram?
Because it was so like purple and so like
Mario.
so bruised and so purple. It had like Mitre 5 or whatever the ball was.
Hashtag sympathy.
But to answer the question, no, my ACL was the worst.
What was it?
Didn't he fall off his bike and he took a picture before he hit the ground?
Yes, he
ACL.
fell off his bike.
Concussed.
That was quite fun.
You've got a young family, you need to take it easy.
Oh, I like a bit of mountain biking. I like a bit of crazy. Over the handlebars every now and again. again. I like a bit of danger.
Yeah.
To answer the question, my ACL.
My preference when I go on a bike is not to go over the handlebars.
Oh, have a bit of
Just stay
danger.
there.
When's the last time you've been on a bike?
Actually, when I first moved to Connecticut, we bought some bikes.
Did you? What,
Yeah.
you were going to go
Like-
family biking?
We did.
Like racy bikes or mountain bikes.
No. Hybrids.
Yeah, that's
in
it.
between.
Exactly.
Not mountain,
Oh,
not
no.
racing, not hybrids.
I've got one of
And
them.
I'd say,
I've got one of
Okay.
them.
why am I doing that?
So it's a race. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a racing bike
good.
with thicker tyres on.
Yeah.
So it's called a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a relaxed bike, they call
anyway,
it here in
you know,
Holland.
you-
You're
I
relaxing, you're not
digress.
biking.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know.
So when's the last time you rode it?
Well, the bikes are dilapidated now.
Cobwebs all over them.
Correct. They're in my garage,
Yeah.
and I'm actually thinking about getting one of them. Well, I'm not really. I should just buy another one.
Don't you live by the mountains? Get on your mountain bike and go and explore, man.
I don't want my quads getting any bigger. No, I'm more for gentle. I'm gentle pushing. the
Hey.
bike. I was thinking about getting one of the bikes, either a new one or one of them up. What do you call it?
Upgraded?
Service fixed.
So, yeah.
So as I could take one of the dogs out on the leash and the trail, and get them a bit more exercise.
Or dog.
Brilliant.
Oh, they love
Early
it.
on a-
I had 3 bikes, and I
Okay.
used to go out around the.
Mario, you live in Amsterdam. You were born with a bike.
That's why I've been listening to the guys. They're talking about, like hybrid and all that kind of stuff. No, we do the natural way. You
Silly
just bike.
bikes you
But I
have.
have to be
So
honest to
stupid
what
little
Craig
ones
says.
with the thin wheels.
Now, but now the
There's not
bikes
even a
are like
middle
that.
bit
What
by
Craig
the
just
seat.
said.
It's just like those little.
Yeah.
They cycle round. They have the basket in the front.
I know.
And all in-
I got run over by them a
Yeah.
lot in Amsterdam.
Yeah, but
Worst one I
those
had.
are for women, my friend. You're not going to
Mario.
put the basket in the front
Mario,
and on a
I've done
bike.
Mario,
No.
I've done a pre-season in Holland once. Am I going bonkers? But I was on a bike pedaling forward, and there was no brakes on the bike. You have to pedal backwards for the brake.
Yeah, that's our brake.
Yeah,
so
they
you
have
got
those
two
here,
sides.
right?
Well, I went
You
over
don't
the
need
handlebars
either
that
brake
time.
with your hands.
There's no brake.
You
Or
seem
you
to have
brake
been over
with
the
your foot.
handlebars a lot.
Yeah, with your
There's no
foot.
brake.
Hey, Don.
Yeah, with your foot, man. With
Yeah.
your foot, you
When I
brake.
was a
Yeah,
kid,
we
I
have
used to
that.
fall
Yeah,
off
he's
the
right
bike
about that.
As a kid, you scrape all your knees. You go over the handlebars.
Yes.
You kind of think to yourself as you get more mature, I don't really want to be doing that again.
No.
However, we have met a man who likes going over the handlebars.
I don't like going over the handlebars, but the danger of riding through mud and over rocks and jumping logs.
Give me a flat. I just want a flat.
Flat, boring.
flat
Boring
surface.
road. Oh, I'll do an hour.
Straight.
No.
Right,
Let's go and watch
enough.
golf. That's it, Mario. Thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow to reflect on France.
Thank you, guys.
Their opening game.
His internet was horrible again.
Yes, he did struggle. Yes, I think everyone noticed. You need
think
to
they
point it
noticed?
out. I think everyone did.
I just thought I'd mention it.
Austria, France-Austria tomorrow, Don? You're
Me
around-
too.
Oh, you're both here for that?
Yeah, I'm cycling in.
I'll be more lively tomorrow.
Sorry?
I'll be more lively tomorrow. I'll have a good night's kip.
I won't be.